How's it going, everybody? This is Josh, KA6LMS, and on February 11th, 2020, I was able to unlock a ham radio achievement. I activated the KA6LMS station, which is on the set for the Last Man Standing television show that features Tim Allen, who plays the titular Last Man Standing, who is a fictional ham radio operator, as well as Tim Allen is now a licensed ham radio operator. The shoot was outside of Los Angeles, California, at the set that was actually used to shoot Seinfeld, which was super cool. So I got to go to one of my favorite all-time television shows and also go to a great new television show that features amateur radio. I was running FT8 Fox Hound Mode using WSJTX, which I covered on a previous video on how to set that up. And I was able to make an impressive amount of contacts, at least I felt that I was able to, considering this is an active set, and that means that the RFI for this set is through the roof. At no time was the RFI ever below an S9 noise level. And trust me when I say, these people that run this station have done an outstanding job in trying to do the best they can to make an operable station. It was so much fun. I don't want to give out too much information, but to everybody who helped to get me there and were involved in helping me on the day of the activation, thank you so much, and I appreciate everything you did and was very supportive the day of. I super appreciate it. I had so much fun. For everybody that was able to work me during the activation, I really appreciate it. And let's go ahead and turn it over and show you what some of that activation looks like. And we got a reply coming in, it looks like. So we are live right now on 14.091 megahertz, and I think we are getting some calls in. We got W0WC. We're gonna work them, and KD0CRI coming in right now. Let's see if we can make a couple of quick contacts. This is our first CQ, and we're already getting people, so that's awesome. And there we go. W0JWT. Excellent. We're on our third contact already, so we're trying to complete the call with the other folks that just called in right now, so we're moving right along. And, you know, setting up was actually very straightforward. The fact that we could go right off the SD card, have it preloaded, was very nice. All right, we're moving. Is it okay if I take pictures of this area right now? Okay.
Inside this space, you can take pictures.
Okay. Or maybe you can grab a couple with me, and that would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, we usually do that in post-it.
Oh, sure. Really?
Novak?
Hey, Ray Novak. That's right, I got to send him that picture too.
11 million viewers right now.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. Over the course of the first 7 days that we air, on now Thursday.
All right, we're at 9 confirmed QSOs.
You got to get past Joe.
I know, that's what I'm aiming for that. How long do you run for?
An hour.
1 hour? Okay, so we started. Okay, sorry, I'm just doing my socials right now. We'll handle this in post. So right now we are, gosh, five minutes in about, and we're at 10 QSOs 5 minutes in, and I'm only running 3 slots, concurrent slots. So seems to be working.
Good.
We're not going to mess with anything.
Even on 20, it's working.
That's what we're using. We're only doing 20 right now. Yeah, so what happens is the right-hand side is where all the color yellow and red, right? Those are the active contacts we're working. The left-hand side is people trying to call us, either replying to a CQ or letting us know that they could hear us, or just shooting in the dark. And what'll happen is, depending on the station on the left side, I'll click on them, and when I click on them, they'll go to this lower box, and that's the key that we're working them.
And what are the significances of the colors?
Yellow means we sent out, and red is we're getting in. And let's see, we are...
Seems like I would have made that green, but okay.
maybe red so that people go, ah, you know, they know. Well, we got 3 people that are, there we go. We got a couple people that are sitting on the frequency, just sending over and over again, right? That they're not able to complete the contact. So
It's the same thing in voice.
yeah, that happens.
People that just call in.
That's right. Ooh, we got an 8, a positive 8 dB station. We're gonna get that one for sure. Yeah. You know how I look at it is, and I always tell people, you're using it to see how good your signal's making it out.
It's like a real-time whisper.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're getting all the way out there. It's showing right now. So hopefully I've got the video synced up here, but yeah, we're making it all the way to the East Coast. And believe it or not, they claimed we were at a plus 2 dB to them, which is fantastic.
Especially if you're slicing it by 3.
-8.
Are you putting out 100 watts?
Well, no, because it's split 3 ways, remember. Yeah, so it's, the radio's putting out 100 watts, but it's split 3 ways, so that's only, you know, 33 watts. Okay, I'm getting backed up here. Got to keep working. Yeah, we've got a couple of really loud reports back.
That's great.
+9, +1, +4. We got a -24 in there, which is, no, that's the bottom of the level.
Yeah, it's always interesting. We'll be like, people can't hear us, and then someone will come back with a 520 over. You're 20 over in Tennessee. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's the weirdest stuff.
Yeah. Well, we're gray lining a bit right now, which is, that's what's nice about PSK Reporter too, is it's showing you that gray line action. So we might want to switch over to 40 here in a little bit, but
Yeah.
so
nice
far
to do
it's
both because it's sort of more inclusive.
yeah. Some people have 40, some people don't, you know. But we're
usually
moving.
run 20 until we kind
Just-
of can go.
Just go out on its own.
Radio had a great day.
Yeah. Came home to all these contacts. Well, that's what drives people so crazy about FT8 modes like this, is that they view it as this, you know, automated thing, but it's really not, you know. Yeah. So in short of what's going on, the VE6LL, he's a -14 into the station here. So I double clicked him, and that shot him over to this window here, which gives me my upcoming QSOs that I'm going to work. And then the live QSOs are above that with the red and yellow screens, or the red and yellow box. And that tells us actively what stations we're working. And what we're looking for is really seeing these guys, this R- and something, or R in your signal report, because that tells you who you're actively going to get a report from. A lot of people are just sending over and over, you know, -16, -4, whatever, but we want to really complete that QSO.
But the system will keep trying until it does.
It does, but at the same time, then that kind of bogs it down, right? Since 2007.
Oh, we got licensed the same year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I made general later than that, though,
Yeah.
like 2013, I think. And I actually just got my extra 2 weeks ago.
Nice. Congrats.
So thanks.
That's what I remember hearing.
Not yet. Problem with vanities, the ones that you want are, you know, the 1x2 or the 2x1s. They're all reserved, and the only ones that are coming up are like, you know, A6QZ, and it's like, well, I'm not that desperate.
I wanted something every year.
Right.
Every year it's different radio.
Well, yeah, it was a 7610 last year, and this year you've got the
851 the year before.
yeah. But this is nice. This is great.
Yeah.
So we got we're getting all the way up to Alaska,
Nice.
so that's good on 20 meters. Do you ever get any Japan calls? Ooh, what's that?
All the
Last time we
time,
did FT8,
yeah.
we did.
You got Japan from here.
Wait, I've got DU6N7MOT. DU6.
DU. Germany?
No, it's like Sao Paulo.
Oh wow.
They're picking us up. So making the contact, though, that's going to be the tricky one. They're on a hex beam, so they may have an easier go at it than we do. And we are at 31 QSOs. We haven't had to call CQ yet. Well, I mean, we had that one time, but it's been going ever since. But it's starting to slow down, so let's see if...
Social media helps a lot.
Did Jason make it in? I've got people that are messaging me live. So I wouldn't know if we had a... if we just shot up in RFI or not. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Just throw some ferrites on
I
it.
understand why you're not doing it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Volts.
everything is an antenna around me, and it's all transmitting. Oh man. So I hope we can beat 100. It's slowing down a little bit, but
I think you will.
the fact that, well, we're only at 37, so the fact that I did that video explaining people how to set up their radios to do this, I think helped a little bit. They're already commenting on your page. They're like, hey, thanks for making that video.
That's why I put it on our page. So.
Yeah.
It helped. I think that helped a bit. Yeah, we're getting some good signal. I mean, you can see them. So basically everything we're seeing here north of this 500 kilohertz space, these are all people trying to call, and we've got some real strong signals making it in. It looks like they're having to try multiple times, but we're still getting them, so it's working all the way up. It looks like there might be some people that have been calling for a long time. At the same time, we're not hurting for people. We don't have a backlog, so it's fine just letting it roll. If they're willing to keep at it, we'll keep at it, kind of thing. Part of what I'm doing too here is keeping an eye on the gray line.
Yeah.
We're getting to the point where we've passed most of the East Coast,
Okay.
and I'm looking for it because it'll update every minute as you're getting people receiving you, not necessarily making a contact, just receiving you.
Right.
And so I'm looking to make sure that we're not dropping off on the East Coast completely, because that's where the majority of hams are. So then we'd want to switch.
Once that happens, we can
Now people are saying switch to 40. So a bit of the logic behind what I'm doing, the reason why we haven't switched to 40 yet is because we're still making QSOs. But, you know, looking at the screen here, we want to maximize kind of East Coast coverage, and obviously with the gray line, 20 meters is probably dwindling there. So you can see right here on the gray line, this is where all the activity is, this is where we're getting picked up. So at some point we may want to switch over to 40, but not too early, because 20 is going to be the pop and band around the West Coast, East Coast, and we may not be doing that well on 40 from our location. So kind of a crapshoot. We can try switching, but we may end up having a worse situation, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, we just got like 4 that just all blew up at the same time. So, and it looks like these are Canada. Yeah, so it's like fishing,
Yeah.
kinda. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and change my settings right now for, so under frequencies, we're gonna change this to, we're gonna add one, change to FT8, and we're gonna be on 7 point, oops, better if I type it, 084, was that it? 084. 084, and then you add that to the list. That makes the radio happy,
Okay.
and because it'll sync it all over, it makes it real simple. Ooh, this guy's a plus 15 dB. That's an easy contact.
Yeah, so the only thing we need to do is to switch that switch to slot 2.
Okay, and then just retune.
Yeah, obviously change the frequency and retune.
Okay, I'll. Oh, there's somebody.
Yep.
So we may have our first jammer trying to make it on, right here. It wouldn't be a live stream or any kind of stream or any kind of contacts I'm making without somebody trying to jam, right? And then we've got some splatter, some ALC splatter. So a couple things we're looking for here is when we get back an actual signal report like this KN4 FIS sent back the -5, and then we hit them up with the RR73. The people that are kind of in our queue right now, they're just calling. They haven't got a reply from us, even though we've sent it, right? -18, -15, or sorry, +15. There's no excuse for you. You got to get your contact on here. And -6. So there we go. That's what I wanted to see. So we got a plus, or a receive of -10, which that means we can give them the RR73 here. At least I hope that's the case. Where's the, yeah, RR73 right there. And someone is manually tuning the wheel here. This is a good move. They don't have it connected to their software. They're just manually going in there and moving it. We're almost to the top of the hour, so we're gonna switch over here. We're gonna switch to 40 meters here shortly, just to get some contacts on 40 meters as well. But we're over 50 QSOs right now on 20 meters, which is pretty good because we've lost most of the East Coast, likely due to the gray line coming over. It's tough, right? Because you're still making contacts. So it's like, do you move, or do people want to try and work you on 40? Do you feel bad about it? The thing is too, is the people I'm clicking on, well, everybody that's coming in right now, they all have a very good dB ratio here. So I want to try and work them because they're all like -2, -4, which is nice. They should be easy contacts, but we got to see if we can get on 40. What'd you say, 40 is a flat top dipole? Yeah. So that should be better than the inverted V that we've got for 20, right?
It should be.
How's it aligned? Do you know where the legs are aligned? I mean, northeast, northwest, like how they...
It's
But it was aligned, hopefully, to aim the broadside, okay, to the east. All right. Yeah, nobody's... Okay, so let me stop that. Switch that. This should be... What did we say, 82? 84. 84. Okay, so we'll turn off split. Tuned. Turn split back on. All right, we have moved to 40 meters and we are already getting a lot of people coming in, and they have really strong signals. So that's exactly what we wanted to see. Yep, and we're starting to show on PSK Reporter. We're not getting out that far though yet, so I'm waiting to see if we get a bigger update here. 20, we were getting all the way to the East Coast, and the only one reporting so far looks like we're in Texas, Louisiana area.
So you thinking about getting the 705 that's coming out?
Yes.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah.
Not just simply because it's going to be like a YouTube mega hole of videos that I'll be able to make so many videos on that thing. It's not even funny. But as a QRP radio, one of my favorite things to do is just get outdoors with radio and do summits on the air and all that other fun stuff. And 705's got a lot going on for it.
It does.
It has one USB connection, so I can just connect stuff like this in the wild to like a Raspberry Pi. That's all I need, which is crazy good. I like the design of the batteries that just swap out in and out the extra batteries if you want to run that way. If you want to have an external proper battery connection, you can do that too. Obviously the screen, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS.
It has Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Okay. I get what Ray is saying, just have a loop, but who wants to carry a loop? If you could just press a little...
So he and I talked about that for a while. I like loops in a kind of a relaxed setting when you're not really...
Yeah. If you're going to a park...
If you're balcony portable on a tropical island, heck yeah, loops are great. But loops are a pain because you got to keep tuning them. Have you ever used a portable magnetic loop? Super high Q. You got to keep going in there and messing with that thing all the time. Why not just have a resonant dipole? There's a linked dipole that fits in a bag this big, and I have a carbon fiber fishing rod, and it's built to you just send the fishing pole right up to the center of it. It's got the two legs of the dipole and then a stabilizer. That's it. You just go to town. Oh, you have a KX3?
Yeah.
So I have a KX2, just for super ultra portable. So the 705 is going to be a bigger radio, but it's going to look better on camera, I think, too. It's going to have a lot more going on for it. We are getting tons of people on 40, though. 40 may be just your preferred band, to be honest. Because we're gray line now, but we're getting way more people on 40. So what I did was went ahead and updated the end slots from 3 to 4, which cuts our power, but we're gonna be able to work more stations at the same time, which we're working them, so I'd like to get them cleared out. And we're at 83 contacts. So let's see if we can break the 100. Joe's, what do you say, 110?
Yeah, I think he had around 110.
Oh my goodness. This is gonna be close. So I'm waiting for the final number, but Joe, I think, has 110 contacts.
106.
106.
I'm looking at his log right
We are at 87, and I don't know how much time I have left. We're 99.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna wrap up a couple more right here. But we just put a bunch of people into the list. How much time do we got?
14 minutes.
Oh, okay. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Yeah, it's really hard, I bet, for you guys doing voice here, just with all the interference.
Well, normally, I mean, depending on nights, I've made 100 contacts.
Really?
Yeah, I've made 30 contacts.
Oh, you got to be chugging through them, though.
I do. I try to have a little bit of conversation with people, but if I can just pull them out, I'm just kidding. I mean, that's the whole point of this station. Like, some people will come and operate and they'll just take chickens, kind of like it's a net. While I realize that's the easiest way
this is not that.
Yeah, no, I get that. You know, like people like to actually hear about what's happening around me when I'm on.
Right.
And stuff. So,
I have a backlog of 7, aside from the 4 I'm working right now. What time we wrap it up?
7 minutes.
Okay.
4:40. Where are you at?
115. But that might have been because I just got an early jump on Joe, I think. Oh, I'm gonna tell him. Are you kidding me? When it came out that I was gonna do Fox and Hound, he messaged me on Facebook, and he's like, yeah, he gave me a lot of good tips. He was like, you know, have your memory card all programmed and stuff like that, and get your laptop all ready. I'm like, yeah, these are good idea. I appreciate that. So 40 was definitely the band, probably because we were a little bit later, making it to the east a little bit, but still had some major splatter. People not knowing what's going on. Cool, so yeah, all those ones where we see the little R right there, those are like completed QSOs, basically. Okay. We reply back with R73, but it's always good when you got that final. Okay. Like, yes, it's been approved, right? Both sides have communicated. Because what'll happen a lot is people that use this mode, they won't wait to hear the call. They won't wait to hear the station. Oh, really? They know your call sign. So they'll just say, your call sign and then the signal report, or they'll just start sending back to you, and so you'll get all gummed up with their call, but they may not actually be able to receive you.
Right.
So you're firing back at them, they're firing at you, you're picking them up, but they're not picking you up, and you're just like 2 trains in the night. That didn't seem to happen that much here, and maybe it was a factor of they time out after a while, I think. But yeah, we're moving right through. 125, and we're I'm not getting any more. You want me to just let it wrap? Okay. Yep. So again, thank you to everybody involved in making this possible. At the end, I had 128 contacts, which for me in a little over an hour was a pretty impressive amount. I'm pretty proud of that, considering the high level of RFI in the shack. And again, it was so much fun, and I think it's really great what they're doing, keeping amateur radio alive there and getting it out a little bit to the public. Obviously, that famous video clip that shows up all the time of Tim Allen in his shack on the Last Man Standing set talking during Thanksgiving on amateur radio. We've all seen it. That's obviously the shack, I believe, that is supposed to be in the basement of the house. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So very, very cool. Also, a bit of a shout out there to ICOM, who makes this possible by providing the radios and a lot of the equipment, among other companies that support this, that make this possible. So, hey, thank you guys as well. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to do this, and it wouldn't even be possible, and you wouldn't have potentially had that contact, all 128 of you. So again, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the Ham Radio Crash Course. We have a very inclusive community on Facebook and Discord, so if you'd like to check that out, the links are in the description. I'm Josh, KA6LMS. I live stream every Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we try and cover many different topics of amateur radio. So until then, till the next time you see me, I'll talk to you later. See ya.